Death is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The cemeteries are full of people who've passed from a preventative illness. With the correct approach, you not only extend your chances of preserving your life, but you will improve the quality of your life with the natural approach. The earth provides energy healing herbs for the benefit of mankind.
Hello, I'm Amira Sankofa Kwali here at As Life Coaching Ministries. We're located at 1921 West Broadway. We've been in the healing business for over 20 years. To order my products, go to www.as314life.com. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Namaste.
You're watching Dr. Amir Sankofa Kweli live. Make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button, and subscribe. It's going down. You're watching Dr. Amir Sankofa Kweli live. Make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button, and subscribe. It's going down.
Blessings, 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 and blessings, and blessings, and blessings, and greetings, and greetings, and greetings, and salutations. What up? Greetings. Today is, good morning, everyone. And today I decided, since I was up, I said, well, hey, I might as well utilize this to my best ability. So I pretty much decided that we could pretty much talk about what Taurus is. Why? Because they're my favorite people in the whole entire world. If you're listening or you're watching a replay, gang, 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 as my girl would say, hit the button of like, subscribe, and make sure you support my website at www.ask314life.com. Yeah. Put it up, Raw T. Oh, my hitter, quitter. Anywho, so I want to talk about my favorite entire sign in the whole entire world. And I think that everybody should have a Taurus in their life. Always get you a Taurus as a friend, a mate, or a child, or somebody to just, be a part of your business, okay? Because we are very, very loyal people. We are very, very, very misunderstood by many. Many people think that when they say possession, let's talk about that. That's the first thing that people talk about when they're referring to Tauruses. And we're not possessive the way that a Scorpio could be possessive. It's a lot differently than that. Okay, so what possession is for Taurus is that we love it really hard. Whatever it is, or whomever, We love you to a point, and sometimes it can become very heavy because we really dwell our energy on that particular person. That person is pretty much whatever that person like or involved in. We are very supportive of that. We love hard. We love you like no other. That zodiac sign of the Taurus, we will love you like it's no other. And sometimes it can feel like we're smothering you, in which in fact we're not. What we're doing is we're just trying to show you how much we appreciate you. We really look up to the people that we're with. The moment that Taurus no longer looks up at you or admires you, it's a wrap. Okay, so just please keep that in mind. It's a wrap. We really look up to the person that we with. We really see them as like a god. Okay, I mean it's deep. When a Taurus really loves a person, and let's talk about that. How said Gemini. How does a Taurus what was I gonna say? How do you get a Taurus? Let's talk about it. How can you make a Taurus fall in love with you? Oh, here we go. So his is a little off topic, but earlier Tony said that I would be good with a Gemini. I said I didn't know any besides my brother. So boom. Why today some guy asked me on a date in his sign. He has said he's a Gemini. Okay. Well, what are you? What are you? A Scorpio? Was you a Scorpio? I can't remember. What were you? A Scorpio? Um, you were a Scorpio, right? Uh, well, okay. So I want everybody. Okay, so let's speak on that. Please take the concept of what is compatible for you out of the picture. That's what I thought. You was a Scorpio, right? So take the concept of Scorpio out of your energy. I mean, take the concept of these particular zodiac signs will be compatible. That is not necessarily true. That's book. People go by the book. People always try to put this zodiac sign with this zodiac sign. That is not so. Okay, let me be clear. And it's not off the topic because we are talking about zodiac signs. So to be clear about zodiacs, okay. The thing about zodiac signs or this, it's not about the zodiac compatibility. What is it about is more or less, are you willing to understand what a particular person is on, and is that person willing to understand what you're on? What do I mean by that? For example, they say in books, and you look through any book in the whole entire world, and I've read so many, and I've studied on it. I've been doing this for damn near 40 some years. I've been obsessed about zodiac signs and things like that, and I got certified in yada yada yada. You know that. Okay, so what I found is that, for example, by the book will tell you, and in every book I've ever read in life, they have always said that Tauruses and Virgos are the best for each other. Lies. Lies. Why do I and the thing is about that is that the books aren't right. They're not when it comes to compatibility, because any zodiac sign can be with each other provided that they're willing to understand each other and they're willing to complement that other zodiac sign. So for example, I found my best match for me, and I don't want to say match, I want to just say the person. My husband is a Leo. That is like the best relationship I ever had. Okay. Why is that? Because if you study, they say that it's a hit and miss. It could be a hit and miss with a Leo. And again, I don't necessarily think that every zodiac sign, just because the book tell you, or just because this particular author tells you this or tell you that, it doesn't necessarily blend in. It's all about, are you willing to work with that person? It's just like that long list that a lot of people have. I've seen men have it as a life coach. I've seen men have a long list about what type of woman they have want, and I've seen women who have a very long list about the type of women, men, well, nowadays you never know, but the particular person that they want to be with, they will have this long, unrealistic list that is just not gonna work. So what I've noticed is, listen, chill out, find out about that individual, because the thing is, it's not just the sun sign that you have to be worried about. You have to deal with the moon sign, because the moon sign could be compatible with you. So for example, my Taurus is in sun and moon, and I'm also an ascending Taurus, right? So again, everybody may not be able to gel with that. So it has nothing really to do, in other words, it doesn't always have to do with your zodiac sign. What it has to do with, can you learn and understand that person? Yes, and yes, you confirm that you are an understanding person. The Geminis are not really hard to understand. They just have mood swings. You just have to kind of go along with their moods. Some zodiac signs will have a very strong mood swing, and almost every zodiac sign that I have been around have mood swings, including me as a Taurus. So the mood swing, and then sometimes the whole what I've noticed about Geminis, so we can talk about that. What I've noticed about Geminis is Geminis do have a sneaky energy at times, but so does the Aries, right? There, some things in their lives are privately on certain times, and then other times some things in their lives are very out loud and they tell everybody their business. So you can get the half of, you can, at times you may get that very sneaky private, I'm not telling everybody what I'm about to do type of zodiac sign, and then you have that, on top of that, you may get the, I'm telling everybody my business. So if you piss them off, they call their mama, their daddy, their grandmother, everybody in their life. Okay. So so that can certainly be it at times. And yes, and again, with that Aries and that Gemini, the Aries and that Gemini can have a unique energy toward each other. See, the thing is about those two, about your brother and his wife, is that they know each other and they've been together since like ye high, since the 5th grade, and they understand each other. So they became friends first. And I think with Geminis, I think they're more loyal to people they have known their whole entire life, unless that particular person isn't supportive. Because the Gemini can be very cold at times or very sensitive. And sometimes they don't have a balance in that regard. And it takes a special person to understand where the Gemini is coming through. The biggest problem with a Gemini is they hate when people misunderstand them. They hate to be judged. They hate to be misunderstood. They hate when people make assumptions about them based off them being a Gemini. Some zodiac signs will certainly go with it, be like, yeah, that's me, that's me, that's me. But the Gemini hate to be labeled majority of the time, unless you make them mad or unless they're in a position where they have no choice but to admit it. But most Geminis do not like to admit that they have that twin energy and that they're hot and cold at the same time. They feel like majority of the world misunderstands them. And you could even have that out loud Gemini, but mostly Geminis, some of them have that real private energy. they're very quiet and very um different, in the sense of they have this private lifestyle. Not that they're ashamed of the person, but they don't want certain people in their business unless they are going through something, or their energy is a bit off, or they're feeling that twin. And if they're feeling that twin, or they tapping into that twin's a different twin energy. I always say, really, to be honest with you, I don't really think Geminis, to me, in my assessment, I don't consider Geminis twins. I consider them triplets, and sometimes they can be quadruplets if you get them in the mode, if you get them going. Sometimes they can be twins, but I think that they are multiples. There are multiples of people. Okay. And so keep in mind that I don't take the concept out of, I don't know, Geminis are perfect for me, because every Gemini is not going to be perfect with you, because you got to remember the moon and the does make a difference, and it does make a difference on what time of year that you get with the Gemini. Because it makes a difference. Like if you meet them during a particular season, during a particular moon season, you may get a whole new Gemini. However, you can also, if you meet them on a regular time, and sometimes near their birthday, you may get a different Gemini. But by the time, if you get to know this particular Gemini at this point in time, and you're meeting them around the time of their birthday, which you are, you get to know this person, but don't exactly be upset when they change. I don't want to say change, but can I say evolution, evolve? Because Geminis, one thing about a Gemini, what I love about a Gemini, because I have a lot of Gemini in my chart as well. What I do like about a Gemini is that they're forever evolving. They do believe in self-improvement. They believe in, which is why friends are different for them. They may keep a couple of friends that they've had for a few years, but in other cases, they are forever evolving. And because of that, they will have multiple different types of friends. They will meet someone tomorrow, and then all of a sudden they're friends, with that person. Then if they feel indifferent with them, that person is not really supportive, or they don't, or they feel like that person is misunderstanding them, misjudging them, then that person will no longer be their friend, or they will take a break and not talk to them for a long time until they run into them, and then they may call them. So I'm just telling you that I don't think Geminis are bad people. I just think that, yes, you're going to have to be very patient with a Gemini. You're going to have to be hella understanding, and you're going to have to allow them room to evolve, because sometimes it may come across like they're totally being sneaky, dishonest, and disloyal, but they're not always. It's not always the case. They just may be needing time to process. They have to have time to process what their thoughts are and what they're thinking about, so they can figure out what moves they want to make. Because, for example, they may be at a particular job. I'll give you an example. They're going to be at a particular job that they like at first, and they probably be on this job for like 10 years. They're stable people. Now, they'll be on a job for 10, 20 years. Okay. So let me say that. But they feel like that they're not evolving in this particular company, or they went for a position and they did not get that position. So they're like, F that job, and I'm just going to do the bare minimum, if I do that at all, right? Because they're in their feelings, right? So they may not come to you right away and say, hey, I'm upset because I didn't get the promotion, and I feel like my life, and that whole entire job experience will make them to evaluate their whole entire life and feel like their life is shit because of that one incident. That's a Gemini. So that's what I'm saying. You have to give that Gemini space and time for them to really think about what it is in their life that is not working out. Sometimes, in some cases, sometimes it's difficult for a Gemini to accept responsibility for their mistakes or something that they have done wrong. And sometimes they have to get to a breaking point when they realize, I effed up. So let me apologize or let me try to right what's wrong. But they will. But they have to be allowed to come to that when they need to. That's not saying that you should not call them out on their shit. That's not saying that, but just be careful in the direction of doing it, because especially with a man Gemini, a man Gemini is definitely just as sensitive in a way if you get that side of him, just like that female Gemini. So just be able to talk with them. Gemini's marrying material. Yes, Gemini's are marrying material. Gemini's, you could do a lot with them. So because Scorpios do lead with sex, let's be clear. How a Scorpio understands and feels like a person loves them is that they have sex. So, for example, for man, if you come to him and you're like, hey, baby, I want to do it. I'm feeling you. And that Gemini, it's not that he's not attracted to you. He might be like, not right now. I want to get to know you a lot more, because Geminis are intellectuals. However, Scorpios are intellectuals as well. But Scorpios lead through sex, though. So keep it, that's how y'all are. So keep that in mind. So if he says, hey, I want to get to know you more, don't feel like he's rejecting you. Just feel and know that he's just saying that because he literally wants to get to know you. So in this particular case, don't offer him the goods for a while until it's time, until you feel connected to him, until you know a lot more about him than usual. Scorpios do jump into relationships very fast. So that's something you are going to have to kind of work through. Yes, my brother paid his wife through nursing school and dental school in a big house. And yes, they will take care of their women for a fact. But just don't go through the intellectual energy first. And that's not saying that Geminis aren't freaky, because they are. However, but you have to hit them with the intellect first and then do the sexual. So certain things I'm just going to tell you to pump the brakes on. Sex, pump the brakes on. Give it a while, and you will know when it's ready. When he leans in, and just be clear about what your intentions are. Also, Geminis, they like the game. You know what I mean? They like the game of the art of seduction. They enjoy that. But through art of seduction, you're gonna have to utilize intellect for your art of seduction. So you're gonna have to make love to their mind first before you go to the draws. And that's not saying having sex talk. No. Because if you do that, you're gonna put yourself in the you're going to put yourself into the friend zone or friends with benefits, and that's not what you want. See, I'm holding out Scorpio. Holding out Scorpio. I'm an instant sexual. I'm not instant sexually. I am big into relationships. So, yes, I know. I know you are. However, you still lead with sex, though. You still have this sexual shit, even though you're the type of person. Okay, so let me break it down. He'll take you on a date. Scorpios are like this. He'll take you on a date, and y'all go out, but y'all end up back at either his house or your house, and y'all end up doing it. And then the next day, you'll be like, "Oh, I would like a relationship." You know what I mean? And y'all get into a relationship. Don't do that. No. Start with the intellectual aspect. Go off of that, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get turned on by his intellect. That's what a lot of cases. Then you're gonna want to have sex. No, pump the brakes on that, because Scorpios do lead with sex. No matter how intelligent the person is, the person can be so intelligent, but that will turn you on and you end up in bed. And then you'll be like, okay, we're in a relationship. And see, that's why a lot of Scorpios relationships have failed, because they know the person, but they don't take time to really know the person. They know the person sexually Yes, make him work hard. So because you all know the person somewhat, but y'all know the person more sexually than you do know their habits and intellectual. So, and a lot of things are based off sex for y'all. Y'all are sexual energies. You know what I mean? And that's not calling y'all some sluts or anything like that. It's not that. It's not even like that. I'm not saying it, but y'all lead with sex though. And this in this particular case, you don't need to do that. That's why with Scorpios have to have somebody in their ear. If you got with another Scorpio, you would have to have somebody in your ear to say, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Hi, Oshun. You have to tell somebody, slow down, slow down, slow down, to not make yourself go there. Because y'all will end up in bed and then married the next day. And then y'all be looking at you like, why did we get married again? This was way too fast. You know what I'm saying? So y'all would have to have some. So that's why that's why you would have to, you have to fully understand your nature. And you have to be able to operate in such of a way. And I think that in a lot of cases, with the Scorpio, and they have when I brought up earlier about Tauruses have a very possessive, but it's the Scorpio and the Taurus possession is two different apples. I mean, it's two different fruits. It's really, is it a fruit? One's a fruit. The Taurus possession is probably a pear, and actually the Scorpio possession is probably a freaking broccoli or something. Two different types of energies. Two different types of energies. Okay, back to the Taurus is a good with Scorpio. You good with Scorpios? So you have that energy. The Scorpio possession is like, well, the Taurus possession is like I said, we love really hard. The Scorpio loves really hard too, but it's like jealousy to the 20,000th power. The Taurus is close to that, but it's just on a different level. But the Taurus will be like, the ego there is kind of we have to really be pushing, just saying, hey, I'm a little jealous. Hey, when you talk to such and such, you know what I mean? We'll just be like, I ain't talking. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Do you? And and if you do you, we're going to do us, unless we have somebody that will force us to talk. You know what I mean? We do action. The Scorpio would be like, yeah. Why you talking to a girl? I don't want my woman or my man talking to such and such because this is that, this is that, this is that. See, a Scorpio will come out with it. The Taurus will have to be pushed into expressing that, or be made to be angry, and it have to be pure jealousy. That person is touching on your butt, or kind of thing, and then the Taurus will go into rage. And then I said, like with the Taurus, we'll see red first, and that's bad. If we go to the color red, that's going to be very bad. And then if we hit the color black, we blacken out, and somebody's going to get hurt, and you're going to have to call the ambulance or the police. And it's a wrap, and can't nobody stop that. Once we get to the black part, the red part, you can stop a little bit. It's just like when you see when you go to a bullfight and they be like, Toro, 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 and they had a little red. The bullfighter had a little red cloth. That's how it is. And you see how that bull charges into that. That's literally how a Taurus is for real. Like, seriously. So with Tauruses, so we're misunderstood on the terms of, like I was explaining to you, obsession, possession, possessive energy. We do get obsessed about things, but it's not like the way people think it is. It's like, for example, if we are working on a project, we will be really exhausted to the point of passing out. We would fall asleep. Let's say we work on a computer, we would fall asleep with the computer on our face. Okay. I did that last week, and I had to wake up and get my computer together. You know what I'm saying? We would just get like that. So that's kind of where that's the obsessiveness that we can have. If we get if you tell us to look up something, or look for something, we will look for it and find it and try to find it and find it and find it and have so much research on it. You'd be like, dang, I just asked for this, but we would get so obsessive about it. That's just how we move on those terms. Now, the possession aspect of a Taurus will be, like I said, in a relationship, if we feel like we like somebody, I think the male Taurus is totally like this. The male Taurus is totally like this. The male Taurus, yes, okay, yes, the male and the female Taurus will piss on your leg, just like a dog will at a tree. And hey, observing, the male Taurus will totally piss on the leg of you, and be like, "You're mine." The male Taurus is real defined with that. You will be not. You would think that y'all just kicking it, but that male Taurus already have in their mind like, this woman is mine, and I'm not even gonna tell her. And then when you do something, male Taurus would be like, "What you do that for? You know we together." And you'd be like, "When? I didn't know we was together." So they would excuse that. They'll be mad at you, but they would excuse it because they would already felt like they was together. The female Taurus would feel like y'all together, and she would piss on your leg, and then after a while she would question you and ask you, where were we going with this, or we together, what we doing here. The male Taurus will already say we together, but he won't tell you until something comes up where you have to tell. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm a Virgo. I like everybody who don't bother me. That is true. So with Virgos or very slow, a Virgo can at times can be a monkey see, monkey do. So if everybody, and don't get it twisted, the Virgo does fall in love. The Virgo does love. And when they fall in love with a particular person, they highlight every little thing that person does. So for example, let's say that the person painted a stick figure on the wall. They'd be like, "Oh my God, that's the best art in the world," right? That's a Virgo. However, let's say that when it comes to relationships, so the Virgo does move fast in the beginning of the relationship to a point, but when it starts to get serious, they will slow you the hell down. Because the Virgo does, especially the Virgo male does like to have their freedom, and they don't want to be chained down or feel like they being chained down, because they like a variety of things. So with a Virgo, you may have to wear this wig, and don't get it twisted. I think the Virgo is one of the wild cards in the earth element zodiac signs. Okay. Yes. And they will fall in love, but as quick as they fall in love, they will fall out of love in a different way. But once that person no longer wants them, then they'll fall in love again. Does that make sense? It's like when you with them, they love you for a minute, and then they'll not love you. Then they'll look for variety. I mean, and then they'll be like, okay, then after you leave, then they'll be all in love with you again. It's weird. No problem. I'm telling you, it's really weird. They have this like I said, they're the wild card, but they're obsessive. They a Virgo male have a lot of stalker energy. The most Virgos and Scorpios and Libras to a degree silently. The Libras more silently with theirs. The Virgo will stalk you. The Virgo stalker energy. Libras are silent stalkers. Tauruses, we stalk you from a different way though. We don't stalk you, but we kind of stalk you in the terms of just seeing, just trying to, we stalk our enemies. We don't stalk people we're in love with. We stalk our enemies. Well, no, we don't stalk people that we are no longer with. Once we're done with you, we're done with you. But for example, we like if you're an enemy of ours, we want to make sure that you're not anywhere close to us. And we will put, like, if we know that you, for example, let's say on your Facebook, you said you're going to be at the park. So we'll make sure that we're not going to go to that park because we don't want to run into you. So we're stalkers in that respect. Now, Yemi says, Taurus men have a lot of foundation. That's what I miss about him. Yes, absolutely, they do. Women too, though. We might not be messing around, but we just don't like titles. We be scared. Yes. Yeah, commitment. The moment that you talk to a Taurus, that's why I said they slow it moving. Virgo. The moment you say, hey, we're together, see, you can't use those words of we together. The only time, because Virgos like trophy people. They like a person to look a certain type of way, to take out in public and to dress real nice. And if you can make everybody else jealous in the room, then the Virgo will claim you at that point in time. But the Virgo man is not going to really put you too much on his social media. Now, he'll put his children on social media, but he ain't going to put too much of your ass on social media, because only time he'll put it here and there, like if he just get married, he'll do that. But when it comes like throughout the whole relationship, not necessarily. I mean, here and there, you're gonna have less pictures on his social media because he is still thinking about other people and he wants to attract other people because he's never fulfilled in a lot of cases. You have to really be, you gotta be like, a lot of Virgos like their images of, they have, especially if they have a good relationship with their mom or their grandmama or somebody that's a female or something in their family. That's their prototype. You got to be like their mom or somebody that they really admire, or if it's a celebrity. And if you just like that, then you are it. If you not, and you don't measure up, because they're perfectionists, you have to measure up to what they perceive as perfect. And if you don't do that, they're going to be constantly looking for perfection. Although they ass ain't perfectionists, although they ain't perfection, they can look like shit, but you have to definitely measure up to perfection. I can't speak for other Virgo males, but I don't chase anything but money. Well, Virgos, okay, let's talk about that. The frugal Virgos. And don't get twisted, because Tauruses are probably, we're very frugal. In terms of money. We'll have $1 million and we'll sell to people like, I ain't got it. You gotta really don't come to us unless we the last people that you ever want to ask. Okay. Virgos are the type of people that they will buy you. Virgos give you the best gifts. However, Virgos are very they'll dress nice, but only time they will dress that particular person up that they with is if y'all going somewhere special. But if you going by yourself, they really don't care. On terms of the Virgo is very frugal too. The Virgo is the type of person that's like everything down the middle. They'll be like 50-50. You got your half for rent? You got your half? That's the Virgo. They not get ready to be, no, they feel like you need to be getting your ass and working in like they do. And if you have a business and your business ain't make no money, they're gonna be like, it's a wrap. Hell, I can barely post pictures of my damn self. Yeah, they're not gonna post pictures of no damn female. Unless it's a special occasion. If y'all just got married, sure. If y'all have a kid, sure. But after that woman have that child, that woman ain't gonna go up. If a Virgo plan a gift, they mean it. Yes. In some cases. Sometimes Virgos are really good. Virgos are really good guilt givers. What I mean, if they do something wrong and they want to make up with you, or they did something wrong and being sneaky and tell you, they would certainly give you a gift. That's how you know they done did something wrong. I'm just saying. And they really mean it. Yeah, it's true. I take pictures of nature. I think nature is perfect. Yeah. Everything has to be perfect with they're perfectionists. And if it's not perfect, that's why like Virgos, or a lot of Virgos, or horror-ish, because they're constantly looking for that perfection in something or someone. So if they consider that, if they're really close to their mom or their grandmother or aunt or something like that, or whoever, a celebrity, and they think that's perfection, and if you don't measure up to that, you don't have a chance in hell. You might as well take your ass on and keep it moving. So I'm telling you, Virgos are very hard to please. Very hard to please. They're the most hardest people to please. So why try? Why try? you, you'll drive that Pisces crazy. That Pisces energy, unless that Pisces was in the mood to really try to appease that Virgo. A Taurus, forget about it. Forget about the Taurus to be like, F you. I'm not doing all that bullshit. I'm not getting ready to jump through this moon, this star, because I know I'm not going to get all of what I need from you. You're going to half-ass do it just because I want it, unless you feel guilty about something. Then you're like, oh, I give it to you. But other than that, no, forget about it. Don't do me like that. I'm just being honest. I'm not lying. I am not lying. So no, you got to go through too much to be with Virgo. I would never do that again. No. Virgos are too perfectionist, and nobody got that type of time. But I think Virgos are better. I think Virgos make better friends than mates. Now, I mean, that's not saying that a Virgo shouldn't get into a relationship, because I think that I think was good. See, the Virgo would do better in a relationship if a Virgo got with another Virgo. Then the Virgo will realize, oh shit, is this how the fuck I act? Yes, mother sucker. This is how your crazy ass act. Unlike Virgos, I'm easy. Sure. Every Virgo I know says that shit. Anywho, observing. So what happens is with Virgos, it takes a Virgo to be around another Virgo. Friendship, relationship, and then after they see how it is and being with their ass, then they might pipe down and be better. But I disagree. I would never. That's why I don't go off of when those books tell you, books will tell you these zodiac signs are compatible. Listen, forget about that. Throw that shit out the door, out the fucking closet. Let me tell you something. Don't go off of this book says these signs are compatible, because again, it's all about you willing to connect to that person. You willing to listen to that person. You love that person enough to understand them or try to understand them, whether you agree or not. And you are willing to work through things, then that's not a bad thing. But I'm more like that with myself when it comes to perfectionists. Yes, and you like that with everybody else, because you expect everybody to stand up to a certain image. You expect people to do stuff a certain way. You one of those ones. Virgos, I'm like that too. I can't talk shit, because I feel like when it comes, for example, let me give you an example. So for example, with a Taurus, we like, when I clean up, some things I could get past, in a relationship. I don't think people have to do everything perfect in a relationship, but when it comes to cleaning up, there's the wrong way, which is yours, and then there's my way. which is the righteous way, right? So I don't like how people clean up. Just really irritates me. They have to clean up. It's really weird. I've only met one other person who I like the way they clean up, and that's my biological mom. I was like, wow, I clean up just like that. And then I met her family, and they clean up just like I do. So I was like really shocked. Anyway, when a girl shows interest, I feel I need to step it up. That's cool, but you only gonna keep up that persona for so long. Yes, when a girl shows interest, you be like, oh, thank you, baby. Oh, she likes me. Ooh, and you're attracted to that to a degree, but then she has to keep. It's like a woman. It's like what you do for a woman. Not trying to be funny. Don't be mad at me, okay? But it's like with a man. When a man woos a woman, so Virgos like to be wooed. Y'all, because y'all are very sensitive and y'all like to be wooed, and y'all the type of people, if y'all are at work and something happens to you all at work, you will call your mate and expect them to drop everything they're doing to listen to you. I'm a male, female, straighten me up. You like to be wooed, and if a woman woos you, then she got you for a minute until she does something that is not perfected, until she leaves your tub dirty and doesn't clean it up, and don't even try to clean it up. You be like, oh no, she gotta go. Or I'm gonna keep her when I feel like whatever she good for, but I'm gonna get somebody else that know how to clean out this tub. That's y'all. We ain't gonna play this game observing stuff. We ain't gonna play this game. Because you out of there, you be like, oh no, girl, you ain't doing this right. So better yet, I'm gonna call my mama, or I'm gonna call somebody in my family or my sister who know how to empathize with me. And then if a person miss one time of not being there for you in the way that you feel like you need it, you cutting them off. You're gonna keep them on the back burner, and then you're gonna find somebody else who can do in that moment, and you can just meet that person. If they do something that you need them to do within that moment, then you'll get with them. And then you do this type of stuff. You don't keep it real. You don't keep it real. You only keep it real when you trying to hurt somebody's feelings. That's the dark side of y'all. Y'all'll be, and then y'all like to throw blows at somebody. Like y'all be like, for example, let's say that the person is trying to do something nice for you, or trying to do something that you'll be like, oh, it's not your fault. You're not good at surprises. Oh, it's not your fault. You don't know how to clean the tub out the way that I do. But it's okay. I mean, I didn't get with you for that purpose. I didn't get with you to know how to clean out the tub. I mean, everybody else know how to clean out the tub. It's just you the one who don't know how to clean out the tub. And I'm sorry, but you can't do the tub. And as a matter of fact, my mama know how to clean out. My cousin know how to clean out the tub better than you. You don't clean out the tub in the way that I need you to clean out the tub. So I'll talk to you later. You don't know a lot. Drinking water. You know I'm not lying. That's how y'all get down. So no, thank you. But I think Virgos are decent friends, but I would not tell the Virgo my business. Like I would tell them stuff that everybody else know. I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna be really deep and passionate with you, because that Virgo would tell other people your business. Nah, I don't do females like that. Yeah, right. You in a relationship with a Virgo, you cannot tell them all of your innermost thoughts, because they don't. I don't think that it's all the time done as a as them trying to be spiteful in some cases, but I think they talk too damn much. And let's say that they had a friend or a relative, and they, was talking to them, and they need somebody to talk to their problems, because they always need somebody to talk to their problems. Yes, you do. Y'all will be like, mom, such and such did this and this and that to me, and they'll do this, that, this, that. You be like, what happened? You know what I mean? And then, then what's bad about that is that your mate or whoever that person is have to come back around the other person and they'll be side-eyeing you. You have no idea why. It's because y'all done said some stuff that y'all shouldn't have said to the other person. It's not necessarily that, oh, I'm gonna spite you, I'm trying to get at you, but you're trying to figure out how to deal with that situation because you don't know how to deal with that situation if it's something you can't figure out. So you would tell the other person so you would know how to come to them and try to fix it or work it out. That's what it is. Yes, you do. You do. So I'm like, that ain't me. Maybe it's just me. But people tend to come to me for, yes, people come to you for advice. And you will use that to when you having a conversation with somebody else and you may have mentioned it and you're not doing it to be malicious, but you'll be like, okay, so for example, let's say your friend Joe was like, hey man, I'm having problems with my woman, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out how to deal with her, she's not cooking roast beef for me the way that I like it. And you be like, oh man, you come up with straight solution. Oh man, all you gotta do is get her a cookbook and tell her to cook this, and you buy this cookbook for her birthday on top of whatever, a ring or whatever it is. But this cookbook will really help her. See, I got it right here. Boom, you give her the cookbook. Be like, hey man, just this an early gift. Just for it, you don't have to tell us from me. And you'll give it to him. And then you have your woman, and you'll be talking to your woman in passing, and she'll be like, oh, what was Joe calling you about? You be like, oh no, Joe didn't want nothing. Then she be like, oh, okay. And he be like, oh yeah, well, she was just calling me, telling me about Renee. Renee can't really cook the roast. That's y'all. That's y'all. That's what y'all do. Oh, and then the anger, the spiteful telling people business. Okay, let's talk about that. Such and such, she stole my monkey. And she stole my monkey. And then you'll have some extra shit to go along with she just stole your monkey. And you'll be like, she stole my monkey and she did this and this and that. You do that. That's what y'all do. But y'all don't think it's telling people's business, but that's clearly telling people's business. And something like when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your own business, you go into secret tale. You go into mum's the word. You can hold that. You can certainly hold that. Now, if it's a secret that's about you and somebody else, then that'll be that nobody will ever know that until the end of time, until something happens where you have no choice but to reveal it. But in most cases, let's say you get caught red-handed doing something, you're like, that wasn't me. I flushed the toilet. I flushed the toilet, and knowing that you did, but you're going to hold that secret forever until something happens where somebody else didn't flush the toilet, whatever. You be like, oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that's right. Remember 10 years ago, 5 days, 9 hours, 3 seconds. I forgot to flush the toilet. Ha ha, joke's on you. You be like, well, damn, why you didn't just tell me that in the moment? But I'm just saying, and that's another thing. Guess one of the biggest signs that been in denial? Virgos. Virgos are another energies. When I was saying how Geminis don't necessarily Geminis aren't the best with accepting shit. I do my crimes on my own. Virgos aren't best accepting they shit. So, for example, it takes something for them to look at the truth. They are Mr. and Mrs. Denials. They denial. They're in denial about a lot of stuff. And once they understand and they recognize, okay, you did this to me, so I did this. Well, you did this to me, so now I can reveal I did do that to you too. And I apologize, and maybe I should have been a little bit more sensitive, but it kind of has to be, Virgo has to be shown that this is wrong. You can always, I know y'all horrible liars, But that don't mean y'all don't lie. Just because you're a horrible liar, that don't mean that y'all don't try to lie. We're not gonna play this game because y'all do try to lie. Now, y'all horrible liars, but y'all still get caught. And it could be right in your face, and it always blows up in your face, you still deny it. But what I'm saying is that you all what was I saying? So once things are brought to a light and you see your own imperfections, then you'll be like, my bad, I realized what I did was wrong. But y'all have to see it. It has to be like a mirror. It has to be a mirror put into your face in order for you to recognize things. If somebody like if somebody just tells you, hey, Bob, you did this and this and that, you have to show the Virgo, hey, this is how this feels, and this is what happens. And then that Virgo's like, oh my God, I didn't realize I did that to you. I really apologize. But if you just say, hey, you hurt my feelings, the Virgo will be like, okay, I hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? And they'll have certain remorse. But to me, when you have to show the Virgo, you have to mirror them. You have to mirror the exact act or somewhat similar so they can see how that feels. And that's unfortunate. Unfortunately, with a lot of Virgos, you do have to play tic-tac with them. And nobody got that type of time because they have to see their own faults because they're Mr. and Mrs. Perfection. Like I said, if I'm going to lie, I do it better on my own. Exactly. So, exactly. Lie. Exactly. But y'all always get caught. Most of y'all get caught up. It depends on what it is. But y'all are horrible liars, and that's but y'all still lie though. So you ain't the lying, I don't lie, but you do lie. I didn't call y'all psychopaths. I didn't say y'all psychopaths. I just said that y'all be lying and y'all don't know how to lie and you get caught. Yeah, if you wanna learn how to lie properly, then you need to get with the gym. You need to get with the Pisces. Pisces are one of the Pisces will look right at you and do the shit. And will convince you that they did otherwise. But the Virgo will certainly do the shit and certainly still lie. And only if it's a mirror that's placed in front of them to see what they did, will they really have empathy for everybody else. The Virgo really do not. I'm one of the Virgos who harder on themselves. Of course, you're hard on yourself when it comes to I think you all are ambitious, yes. When it comes to hard work, when it comes to trying to improve themselves at making money and doing on a job, yes, y'all are very ambitious. Y'all will try to become a supervisor. Y'all will try to earn more pay. Y'all will be so hard on yourself that y'all make a mistake and y'all would be very upset and hurt that y'all made that mistake. Especially on more or less, I would say in work. I think y'all are more hard on yourselves when it comes to work. So yes, that part is true. But y'all have to have mirrors in front of you all though. Seriously. I think a Virgo really needs a mirror. It takes a Virgo to be with another Virgo at some point in time in their lives so they can really see how they are. And once a Virgo sees the certain errors, I think they will move better. And I'm saying all of this. I'm not saying all of this because I think the Virgo man or Virgo woman are bad creatures, because they're not. They're solely not. They're very logical people to a point. Very logical people. They have some intelligence. They evaluate things. They like the way that things look. They understand. They do try to find beauty in things. And they are sharp dressers, most of them. And they also look at life in a different perspective, and they really want to understand. So even if it's something that is of the knowing for most, they will take a deeper look at it and really try to analyze, why is this, why is that, why is this, why is that. And they're very sensitive. Oh my God. Very temperamental, as my mother would call it. Very temperamental. Um, um, they're also people, like, they remember dates. They're really good about dates. Like if you have a birthday or anniversary, they, will do their best for their anniversary, for that moment. They're very good at planning things. Like if you all have an anniversary or you want to have fun, they're really good at doing that. They really know how to have fun. And they're socialites. Also, I'm not like most Virgos. I do agree. I am overly helpful. Virgos are overly helpful. That's a Virgo trait. You try to get away from, you're denial. You got to look at it. You got to be with another Virgo to see it. Like I said, the mirror. You need the mirror. Yes, Virgos are very helpful. The Virgos are the best people to supervisor. If they are trainers, they training you how to do something. They're really good at that because they really want the person to get it. They really want the person to know it. They really want the person to feel comfortable with it. So Virgo will certainly tell you how to do something correctly so you can really learn. They're the best teachers. Yeah, Virgos make the best teachers. Yeah, sure. Um, but again, keep in mind that there's a sun that may be your Virgo, but your moon may be different from most typical Virgos. So that's probably why you're not a typical Virgo, because you may have a different moon. I'm almost sure. I know you're not a complete Virgo, but you're probably a Virgo sun and a different moon, obviously, right? However, I done talked about a lot of different signs, and that's okay. Um, and that's fine. I don't mind people doing that because you asked. I mean, we start talking about it, so it's no problem. I don't mind getting off the topic. It does not do any. It doesn't take away from what we're doing here, right? I appreciate that. I appreciate people just participating, and and thank you so much for expressing your inner Virgo. Thank you so much for participating and saying the things you said. But you definitely need a mirror. You definitely need to have somebody to get with a mirror. You like it? Thank you so much. I appreciate observing stuff. One day I'm gonna do the complete Virgo. I'm gonna try to get through a Virgo. I know a lot of times people will come in, but I'm gonna try to do a lot more Virgo one day, and I'll just completely break that down and tell you how to make the Virgo energy more effective. Is this? I'll say this. Let me break this. Let me try to break this down as best as I can. Again, you probably have, more than likely, you're not a complete Virgo. You're probably a Virgo sun, but you're a different moon. Okay. So that's probably why you're not like most Virgos. Okay. Okay. So, how to make how a Virgo can be more successful. How can a Virgo be more successful in the relationship? Um, to let people be themselves, which y'all are good at, right? However, not expecting people to be perfect. How to with a Virgo, you have to be ambiguous. You have to be ambiguous. You have to be ambitious. You have to be very driven. If it's get into your field, a Virgo is better. I think a Virgo is better when they get older. Some zodiac signs, or the Virgo is a long haul person though. They just may go through so much shit that you don't want to be with them after a while. But they are long haul earth signs. Because they're earth signs, they're very stable in the sense of that. So, like I said, they will stay on a job forever. They will stay in a relationship forever, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. But they will have to. I think that with a Virgo, you would have to really be sensitive to them. You would have to be very understanding about their needs, ask them what they need, and try to do them as best as can, and let them know from, hey, I'm gonna clean this tub out as best as I can. Please appreciate it. This is the best I can do. Okay. I'm trying so hard to clean out this tub. And if you're with that Virgo, let's say for example, you need a phone with that Virgo, and you need to tell that Virgo that if they're having any issues at work or wherever the hell they at, to text you if you can't pick up, so you can text them immediately, because they need that type of attention. No, I don't think Virgos are mean. I think they are assholes. Correct. The Virgo is the asshole. So, but so is Leo. They're assholes. Virgos are assholes. But they still are sweet. They still have sweet qualities about them. But they're still assholes. Absolutely. Virgo the asshole. Yes, I used to call them Virgo the assholes. But they do have a mean streak though. And selfish. Oh God, the Virgo is probably the most selfish zodiac sign of them all. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just keeping it real. Don't be mad at me. But they do care. They are selfish, but they can be caring people at times. At times. But what would I say about the Virgo? I would say that the Virgo, you would have to really be everything for the Virgo. How you can do that is to eliminate everybody out. And I don't mean eliminate everybody meaning like get rid of this person, get rid of this person. No, you would have to really be the Virgo's doctor, lawyer, somebody. You have to be an encyclopedia for the Virgo. You have to get to understand to get every possible resource for that Virgo, so they don't turn to go to anywhere else, and they just solely build and filling you. Yes, y'all are. Y'all are selfish. But that's not saying that y'all are always selfish, but your energy is selfish. Yes, it is. But y'all will, and y'all swear everybody else selfish, but it be y'all. But y'all will take care of people to a point. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that y'all don't, like I just told you, I gave you some good points, but I'm just being honest. I mean, you need that mirror. That's what it is. Where's your mirror? Where's your mirror? Let me get your mirror so you can look. Okay. I just looked up Sagittarius sun. It says Cancer. Okay. Ooh, shit. Ooh. Your energy. Ooh, good Lord. Ooh, Lord. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. That I'm not even gonna get into that today. But that energy, if you are a sun Cancer, shit. That's ooh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hell to the no, no, no. No, no, no. Hell to the no, no, no. No, no, no. Hell no. Cause sometimes earth, cause you earth, and you're like earth, right? Virgo's earth, a Cancer is water. And earth can sometimes get drowned by fucking water. And that's all I'm gonna say. Boom. One thing I will admit, I do like female attention. If a girl ever texts me first, I won't message her. Now, for girls who show interest, I love show attention. Yeah. Um, please, a Virgo male, and he will please you a lot. Yeah. Yeah, they would try to please you on certain levels, but not always. A Virgo is sometimes, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? It's not necessarily financially, but it's what can you do for me? Virgos are very good in the beginning of the relationship. When they get into the thick of things, not necessarily, because the Virgo will be withdrawn when it comes to problem solving, fixing problems. Yes, like I said, they are logical thinkers. They're better. They're better at. See, that woman would have to be that Virgo's friend. She can't be just a lover. Like I said, she would have to be everything for him. I mean, everything. His accountant, his stylist, um, his operator, his secretary. She would have to be able to do all of that for him. If she's just not able to do all of that for him, if she's not perfect in his eyes, then it won't work. Yes, if you make them, that is true. You do have to make them happy, but at what cost? See, no, that is true, but you're not saying it all. You do have to make them happy, but you have to jump through the hoop. You have to jump through fire, brimstone. You have to be perfect to make them happy. You have to make sure you clean out the tub. Don't miss cleaning out that tub. You have to make sure you cook perfectly, just like they mama cook. You have to make sure that you do everything right in every department. If you fail in one area, that is that, you know how I talked about that list earlier. Virgos have like a long list, and you have to, and if they have 100 things on their list, and they normally do. If you have 100 things on their list, you have to at least complete, for that Virgo to be faithful, loyal, love you unconditionally, accept you, not try to look outside of you. And that could be, it don't even have to be sex, but outside of you, like even having other friends and having other people to fulfill that capacity. It could be a male friend. You know what I'm saying? You have to fulfill, let me be realistic, 98% of that list. Y'all ain't no motherfucking antisocial. And I quit that line. Now quit that line. Now you're lying. Now you're lying. Some of the stuff you're saying, I'm like, y'all are not antisociable. Maybe that Cancer in you can be a little antisociable, maybe perhaps, but not that Virgo in you. Lies. Y'all are Mr. and Miss personalities, okay? Y'all don't even have to be sociable with people y'all like. Even if y'all didn't like them, y'all will be in their face talking, because you all are the like, y'all like to party. Y'all party animals. Please. Please. Y'all don't even sit still. Y'all not even homebodies. Y'all don't sit still. The corona, for a lot of Virgos, the corona pissed y'all off. Y'all had to make videos. Y'all had to make videos just to have some sociable hour. Lies. Yeah, y'all try to please y'all mates. If that mate complete 98% of that 100% list, sure. Oh, did I tell y'all the Virgos are denials, or always deny, are always in denial? Did I tell you that? Let me make sure I say that. Did I say that? Oh yeah, they're denial. That's another thing that's about a Virgo. They're denials. Agree and disagree. Of course, y'all gonna agree. Of course, you're gonna disagree and agree. Because what? It's that mirror. Get that mirror. Get your mirror out. Pull that mirror out. Look in your eyes. Look in your face. See, you need to be with a Virgo in order to appreciate a Virgo. In order to appreciate others. I think it takes you to be. Have you ever been in a relationship with a Virgo before? You need to be in a relationship with a straight up Virgo sun and moon at least one time in your life. That way you can be shown the light. Once you see the light, I think you would definitely make some adjustments when you get into the following relationships. Because once you get into the following relationships, I think that once you see how how Virgos are in a relationship, you will understand a lot more. You will have more of an insight. You go, well, damn, I do that shit too. I do that shit. Oh fuck, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it will make a bit of difference. Or even have a friend that's a Virgo that you with a lot, that you hang out with a lot. Because I'm telling you, especially when that Virgo friend make you mad and do some of the things that you normally do to them. And once you see that, you be like, well, damn, do I do that shit? And then you have to look and think about it and analyze it the way that you normally do. You'll see. I've been there before. Imagine a down to earth Virgo. Well, are you still with that Virgo? How about that? Are you still been there before? You've been humble 10 times, 10. Okay. But yeah, so it's really, I'm telling you, Virgo have to see another Virgo. Because I'm telling you, you be like, damn, oh shit, this is how I am. Oh my God, let me relax. Let me not make a person feel like, and it's really, and maybe you think in your mind that you're not Mr. Perfectionist, but when people are around you, they feel like they have to be perfect. How about that? So when people are around you and they feel like they have to be perfect, it's difficult to measure up, and nobody's gonna stand there and do all that. The mere fact that somebody was able to try to make you happy, for even try to make you happy, it should be great. It's the thought that counts. That's the thing that the Virgo has to learn. It's the thought that counts. When a person understands the thought that counts, I think they will be able to appreciate things more. So even if somebody bought you an ugly shirt that you possibly didn't like, you'd be like, well, damn, this is an ugly ass shirt. And you'd be like, man, I don't like this shirt. But the fact that person bought you that shirt, I would wear it around the house or something. Or you put it underneath the shirt and you just kind of just show a person, hey, this is more my taste. And you'd be like, oh, okay, this is more your taste. Okay, cool. And I think that you're like, okay, rather than looking at that shirt like, I would not wear this abomination. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? No. The mere fact that somebody bought your ass something you should be happy about, not a Virgo, because y'all will be thinking about all of the gifts that you gave that person that was off the hazy. And you're like, I bought this gold chain for her. I bought this wedding ring that my grandmother, great grandmother had, and she bought me this little ugly ass band. That shows you just I appreciate more than they realize. They ain't gotta give me shit. Okay. What Velvet? I'm gonna do like Velvet did that girl. What she say? Congratulations. No, I'm just playing. But I'm gonna log off for her. Shit, I ain't even been asleep yet. So anywho, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody for joining me with this. It was nice talking to the Virgo, and yes, the appearance is sure the Virgo is a down to earth. Yes, we are earth beings. I'm a Taurus, so we're earth. Yes, of course we're earth. But even with a Taurus, we do have a certain level of expectations. I ain't go front, so I can't talk. I mean, I already know. But the difference between a Taurus and a Virgo is that Tauruses aren't perfectionists. We have perfectionists, like on the terms of certain things. We're really ticky on certain things. Certain things have to be done a certain way. We don't want people we don't just let anybody just drive our cars. I mean, we are kind of different. So that's why I understand. Good. I totally understand. Thank you. We will argue again. That's another thing. Virgos are very argumentative, you all. They're the most argumentative energies out there possible. Tauruses, we not so much. We don't like all that. But we will tell you what we know. If we know something, we ain't backing down. But if we don't feel like it, if we not in the mood, we ain't gonna be in the mood. But I was in the mood today. But Virgos love arguing with you. Yeah, so a Virgo will argue with a monkey. If you put the argument, and they get off on it, they find it funny and they laugh and they chuckle. Leos like that too, to a degree. Female Leos or like that more so. But anywho, I'm glad you had fun. But anyway, thank you so much. I hope I've talked about enough about Tauruses. I gave you a little insight, but I was mostly talking about Virgos and Geminis and some Scorpios. So whatever. Anywho, I'm going to log off of here and y'all stay tuned for my commercial. Stand by, please. Thank you so much. Please hit the like video and comment on your way out.
You're watching Dr. Amir Sankofa Kwele live. Make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button, and subscribe. It's going down.
Death is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The cemeteries are full of people who've passed from a preventative illness. With the correct approach, you not only extend your chances of preserving your life, but you will improve the quality of your life with a natural approach. The earth provides energy healing herbs for the benefit of mankind.
Hello, I'm Amira Sankofa Kweli here at As Life Coaching Ministries. We're located at 1921 West Broadway. We've been in the healing business for over 20 years. To order my products, go to www.as314life.com. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. No machine.